And my own son had difficulty reading, so that's how I started, working with him, then with other children, and writing stories for them, because in those days children got very boring textbooks. And my son's teacher said there is no reason why children should want to read these books. And she was right. It was very poor and boring way of learning language. So I wrote for him, I wrote for other children, and then teachers started using the stories. And finally, teachers were saying, can you get these published? Can you get these published? It's what children have taught me. I have not started from any theory of reading. So it didn't come from any educational guru. It's what children expected in stories. They expect to be entertained. And that's my first duty, to entertain them. They should like to be able to read. You can teach children to read and to hate reading at the same time if the lesson is dull and difficult. I don't know of any adult who reads dull and difficult material by choice. Entertainment is important. I found that they needed very carefully graded vocabulary so it wasn't reading wasn't confusing, because we all learn to do things step by step by step. And that's, so the reading vocab was graded. But first of all, I think the stories should love children. Stories need to be related to the child's experience and not to some adult view of what that experience should be. I want to help parents to be able to read well to their children. It's good if you can find some place in the house which is the same every night, afternoon, or every time. Have a reading time and a reading place that is comfortable, that's free of distractions, preferably no phone, no television. It doesn't need to be a long time. Half an hour is a good time. And if they can read to the children in that time and make it a very warm and loving experience. And also, some parents are not confident about reading. If they can pretend they are actors, if they can read the book first through to themselves and know what's in it, and then they can act the parts and make it interesting for the children. Children will start learning to read themselves, following their parents. I've seen children 2 and 3 years old reading these books by themselves because their parents have read to them. The parents haven't taught them as such, they've just done it. It's happened naturally, the way children naturally learn to talk.